Hello, I'm Barbara Stavens, and I'm here to teach you how to make babka bread. Once a year at Easter time, I always make an abundance of babka bread. Most of the time I make 3 or 4 batches and I double them. But to make it very simple, today I'm just going to do a single recipe for you. Okay, first we're going to start out with the yeast. I have 1 package of active dry yeast. Always make sure that your yeast is fresh, and when you buy it, you check the date on your packaging. Okay, then we're going to add 1/4 cup of warm milk. And 1 teaspoon of sugar. The sugar actually activates the yeast and helps it to ferment. So we're going to pour that over the top. Just sprinkle it, and what it does is it weighs down the little particles of yeast, and then it all starts to work together. Okay, so that's set aside. While that is perking, what we're going to do is we're going to cream together 6 tablespoons of unsalted room temperature butter. And 1/2 cup of sugar and 1/2 teaspoon of salt. Now I'll move this forward, get it away from there, and bring this up and get that going. As soon as this is blended in together, we'll add the eggs. First you want it to cream. And it should be thoroughly creamed together. No loose sugar. Okay, that's good. Okay, now we're just going to pour all 4 eggs right in. And get that mixed. Do is, as it's mixing, the bread is, not the bread, but the butter, that's what I meant to say, is working itself away from the beater and not blending in. So we have to get in there and push that down, get it going again. Okay, with that said, the yeast has been working here, and we're going to just move this around a little bit here and pour it in. I love the smell of yeast. Okay, we're also going to add in the zest of 1 lemon. You may use orange zest also. It's all up to your own preference of flavoring. Okay, we're going to mix that in. And over here I have some raisins, and we're just going to get these raisins out of here and just put them in, pour them in there like so. Use all the raisins. Okay, there's only a couple left there. That's great. Okay, raisins, and we're going to just put a little bit of flour in there to get it started here. Okay, now what I have to do is, excuse me, is take the beater out, and I have to put the dough hook in because it's going to get a little thicker, and I don't think the blades on the beater can take that stress. know what might help? We'll just put this on, just in case we have some flour flying up here. Don't want to put it on too high. And then we can go, okay, let's see if we can lift this out. Oh, that's working in nicely, very nice. Okay, I'm going to stop it because the flour is sticking to the sides, and I need to bring that down a little bit. Okay. Okay, Martha Stewart, let's go. Oh, wonderful. I have a wonderful dough here. I'll show you. There's the dough, and that will come out of here, and I will put it into a greased bowl, and I will let it set for an hour, and then I'll be able to work with it. But in the meantime, right now I have some bread that's over here, and I have some olive oil. I'm just going to brush it lightly with the olive oil, and that'll help to keep it moist while it's in the oven. And I have, my oven is actually warm, so I'm just going to turn this back on and set this in here to bake. Now on top here I have, let me get these out of the way so you can see what I'm doing here. I have 3 pieces that have already risen, and what you're going to do is you're going to take them and work them from the middle out. You can scrunch them, and then you can roll them, and you want to make 3 elongated pieces. Actually, this one will go a little bit longer. Come on. Good. Okay, now what you're going to do is you're going to take the ends and you're going to pinch them together and kind of roll it under, and you're going to braid just like you would your hair if you have long hair. Just braid it, and when you get to the very end you want to pinch it and you want to bring it under. This end you also want to bring it under. Actually, I think that I can make this a little bit tighter. If this happens to you, that's all you have to do. Just take it apart and redo it, pinch it tightly, bring it under, and there you have your bread, and it's ready to go on the pan and to let it rise. Now, you already saw my bread that I put in there. Over here I have a beautiful babka bread that is already complete, and it's ready to be gift wrapped because that's what I do. I have a lot of relatives and friends, and every year when I make my babka bread, they're all calling me, did you make the babka bread? Oh, yes. So I make several batches. I've been working here for 2 days now just making babka bread.